Hey there, welcome to the Mid-Tempo Jam here on April 7th, 2025. Good to be back here in Colorado for the foreseeable future, operating from the Front Range here in Denver at my friend Carmel's house. Thank you again, Carmel, on behalf of all of us, for hosting the Monday Jam here. I'll be here this week and next week, and then it'll be to be announced week by week. I'll be quite busy coming up here mid-month and on into May and on through the summer. And that's the way it goes in my world. So I'll double check the live streams, see if we're live. Double check that everything's working. It usually works quite well here on the system. And we'll get started with a good old number called Gonna Settle Down from Lester and Earl in the key of G. Okay, we're live on Facebook. I'll open that up so I can monitor that and check on YouTube. I hope everyone's hanging in there. There's a lot going on these days, and I'm doing my best to stay informed. And let's see, what do we got? Okay, we're live on YouTube. Very cool. All right. So, here we go. Gonna settle down in the key of G. I'll find a tempo. We're just picking up right where we left off on the slow jam and just moving into the mid-tempos. Okay. This one goes, key of G. 1 and a 1, 4 and a 1, 1 and a 1 and a 5, 1 and a 1 and 4 and a 1, 1 and a 5 and a 1. Chorus goes to the 4. I long to go back to my darling. 1 and 1 and a 5. 1 and a 1 and 4 and a 1, 1 and a 5 and a 1. So the way I might kick this off would be 1, 2, 3. Something like that. You can get kind of bluesy on this one. Something I like to, and that's the way I like to approach it. Okay, here you go. Key of G on Gonna Settle Down. Kick us off. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Tonight I'm all alone, no place to call my home. I don't have no one to love me anymore. I wanna pick up my grip and take a long, long trip back to the one that I love so. I long to go back to my darling, back to the one I love so well. I know she'll be my wife and we'll settle down for life, for she's the one that means the world to me. I got it. I can't forget the day I left and went away. You told me I'd be sorry some old day. I found this to be true so I'm headed back to you. Sweetheart, I'm tired and I wanna settle down. I long to go back to my darling, back to the one I love so well. I know she'll be my wife and we'll settle down for life, for she's the one that means the world to me. Play. Last verse. Now when I get back to her, my rambling days are o'er. We'll build a little cottage on the hill. We'll think of days gone by, sweetheart, just you and I, and there we'll live so happy evermore. I long to go back to my darling, back to the one I love so well. I know she'll be my wife and we'll settle down for life, for she's the one that means the world to me. Fun. Okay, we're off and running here on the Mid-Tempo Jam. Make sure as we go you leave a comment on the comments. Let us know how you're doing, what you're playing, where you are, so I can check in with you. Okay, here's an original song from the new album, Flat Picker. Thank you all for listening, checking it out on the streaming platforms. Some of you have ordered a vinyl and or a CD, or picked one up at the shows recently. And all the Kickstarter backers, if you're a Kickstarter backer who has not received your reward, it might be because you haven't filled out the survey yet, so please do so I can ship them to you. Been away too long. Okay. Pretty straight ahead song. This is essentially the lead-off track of the album. There's a short little instrumental prelude called The Wedge that sort of kicks it off, and then this is the first song. So we got the chorus. 1 and a 1 and a 4 and a 4 and a 5 and 5 and a 1 and a 1 and a 1 and a 1 and a 4 and a 4 and a 5 and 5 and 5 and a 1. Holds the 5 a little longer on that last time. And then the verses go 6 minor, E minor, to the 3 minor, which is the B minor, 2 minor, A minor, 5, then 1, and a 4, to the 2 dominant, A7, to the 5. And then you're back to the chorus, that 1, 4, 5. Okay, so one more time through the verse, because that has a few changes. 6 minor, E minor, 2 minor, which is B minor, down to A minor, to D, then back to the 1, and the 4, now the 2 dominant, which is an A7, back to the 5. I have been away too long. And the way I kick it off is usually the second half of the verse. But why don't we just keep it straight and let's just play on the verses, okay? So you'll give us a full verse through the kickoff. So let me find a tempo and I will demonstrate. So this will be a little slower than it is on the album. I kick it off on guitar on the album, and Michael Daves sings the tenor. Andy Thorne on banjo. So here's how I would kick it off through an entire verse. 1, 2, 3. And then we'll go right into a chorus. And after every chorus, we go to that E minor chord, right into a verse, okay? Here we go. Key of G. Kick us off on Been Away Too Long. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. I have been away too long, yes, I've been away too long. Ain't it good to be back in our southern mountain home, where the sun always shines and you can feel the time unwind, singing all the family songs. Lord, I've been away too long. Come on in and have a taste of what this life was like for me. There's fresh cornbread in the kitchen and there's oranges on the tree, gathered round the old oak table with our friends and family. Lord, this distance and the time has made me see that I have been away too long. Yes, I've been away too long. Ain't it good to be back in our southern mountain home, where the sun always shines and you can feel the time unwind, singing all the family songs. Lord, I've been away too long. I got it. We'll sing all around the water tank in sweet old Abilene. You might hear a hot guitar break on Blue Yodel number 3, bringing all the old times back, the tales of precious memories. Going home has never seemed so sweet to me, for I have been away too long. Yes, I've been away too long. Ain't it good to be back in our southern mountain home, where the sun always shines, you can feel the time unwind, singing all the family songs. Lord, I've been away too long. Play. Folks are getting old, so many family have passed on, and as time goes by I feel the need to spend more time at home. But the world keeps moving and it don't slow down for anyone, so I'll keep my word and count the days I'm gone. For I have been away too long. Yes, I've been away too long. Ain't it good to be back in our southern mountain home, where the sun always shines, you can feel the time unwind, singing all the family songs. Lord, I've been away too long. Cool. Just kind of kept it straight there, right? No arrangement stuff. Maybe if you all enjoyed that, let me know. If it's too much to do original songs like that, let me know. But if I bring it back, maybe we will flesh it out and pick a little bit over the verse and stuff, kind of like we arrange it on the album. Anyway, I'm so psyched that the album is out. Flatpicker, been talking about it and posting about it and hyping it, and I will continue to do so because I'm so excited to finally have that thing released. It's been a labor of love and a lot of promotion, and a lot of nice things are happening from that. Okay, let's see, what do we got? The Gal I Left Behind Me in the key of G. Good old number here. I teach this in my Artist Works Flatpicking Academy for you guitar players. We start in the key of C and then we learn how to transpose it to G. So this is sort of a challenge for those of you who are participating in Academy and wanting to move through the fundamentals section of the course. And this is also meant to be a banjo-friendly key. Banjo players don't always enjoy playing out of C on tunes like this, but I'll bet you'll enjoy playing it out of G. So here we go. It goes like this. Da-da, 1 and 1 and 4 and 4. 1, 1 and a 5. I'm going to slow it down just a little bit. Okay, one more time. And a 1 and 1 and 4 and a 4. 1, 1 and 5. And a 1 and 1 and 4 and a 4. 5 and a 1. 4 and a 4 and 1 and 1 and 5. And a 1 and 1 and 4 and a 4. 5 and a 1. Da 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 da. 5. 1 and a 4 and a 4. 5 and a 1. Da 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 da. 5 and a 1 and 4. Whole thing, A-A-B-B, every time. So I'll kick it off and let's go 3 times through. Me, you, and then give us a tag at the end. Here we go. I'm going to kick us off. The gal left behind me in the key of G. Okay, we're moving right along. Little Annie, a song for springtime and the promise of the return of these lovers who had to leave each other in the winter. Okay, we'll sing this and then I'll check in with everybody. So make sure you leave a comment, let us know what you're playing, how you're doing, anything else you'd like to share with the group. So I'm still kind of on the Carter family / Lilly Brothers version of this. I know I promised to start figuring out the Vern Williams version, which is just ever so slightly different in the melody of how he sings the chorus. Of course, he sings it in a higher key too, but so I didn't get to that. I'm just sticking with my familiar version of Little Annie. So those of you who are out there in the California bluegrass scene who learned this from Vern Williams, you'll have to adjust your tenor part a little bit on the chorus. Lorena is reacting because it's kind of chilly in this basement. So, or the downstairs, I should say, the downstairs guest room here. So I'm just getting her situated there. Okay. Little Annie in C, 1 and 1 and a 4 and a 1 and a 1 and a 5 and a 1 and 1 and a 4 and a 1 and a 5 and a 1. Chorus to the 5. 5 and 5 and 1 and a 1 and 1 and a 5 and a 1 and a 1 and a 4 and a 4 and a 5 and a 5 and a 1. That's it. So let me find a tempo. Do my little lip trill for vocal warm up. Singers, you ever do that? It's a good warm up. Okay, well, here we are. So you kick it off just on the verse. And then when we get into the song, we'll trade verses and choruses. So the first time around, I'll play a verse and pass it to you for the chorus. Then the next time around, you'll play the verse and pass it to me for the chorus. So here's how I might kick it off on the verse. 1, 2, 3. Like so. So here you go. Kick us off on Little Annie in the key of C. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Once more, little Annie, I must leave you. We shall part at the end of the lane. But promise me, little Annie, you'll be waiting when the springtime comes again. When the springtime comes on the mountain, and the wildflowers scattered o'er the plain, I will watch for the leaves to return to their trees. I'll be waiting when the springtime comes again. I got it. Take it. sun shines down on the mountain, and the wild sheep are wandering all alone, and the birds and the bees are humming. Makes me think springtime won't be very long. When the springtime comes on the mountain, and the wildflowers scattered o'er the plain, I will watch for the leaves to return to their trees. I'll be waiting when the springtime comes again. Go! Now the springtime is here, little lady. I am on my way back to the lane where you promised me, little lady, you'd be waiting when the springtime comes again. When the springtime comes on the mountain, and the wildflowers scattered o'er the plain, I will watch for the leaves to return to their trees. I'll be waiting when the springtime comes again. I will watch for the leaves to return to their trees. I'll be waiting when the springtime comes again. All right. Love that song. How's everyone doing? Anybody out there? We got some folks here on YouTube. Not too many folks chiming in, though. Hello, Sage Helperman. Nice to see you here, as always. Luis Lozano Gonzalez says, wow, very cool. Thanks, Luis, for checking in. Flight Time 1972. Index of songs is available. Okay. Thomas Kitzman, glad to have you back. Thank you for being here, Thomas. All right, thanks, y'all, for checking in on YouTube. Let's see who's on Facebook land. We got some folks picking along. Lee Stivers again from Mexico playing your Rigel mandolin. Cool. I haven't seen a Rigel in quite a while. That's a good mandolin company. Lori DeBacco back to visit while doing some more of the endless pile of school paperwork. Thank you, Lori. Appreciate all the teachers out there. We hope you make it. Public education. I'm just going to say that public education is important. We need to keep the funding for this and keep the Department of Education intact. That's all I'm going to say about that for now. Terry Willer Godwin, been away too long. Yes, thanks for being here, Terry. John Keegan and Terry, I hope you are healing up well from your wrist injury. You get to play your mandolin again soon. John Keegan appreciates the new songs. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. And Colin Burns still picking away for a little while. Thanks for staying up late with us in the UK, Colin. And let's see, what do we got? Kevin. Hello, Kevin Gresham. Have to air guitar your jams with you, stuck in a hotel room, no guitar around. You need that travel guitar, Kevin. John Keegan, where's the survey for the Fund Me? Oh, the survey for the Fund. Okay. John, you would have received an email from Kickstarter with a survey asking you for your address and stuff. So in lieu of that, if you don't see that, you can just shoot me an email with where to send your reward. I'll go through and see what you got there. Okay, and Little Jerry posted some videos playing with you tonight. Very cool. Thank you, Jerry, for being here. All right, yeah. So back here, West in Monterey is jamming. Very cool. James O'Connor out of Chicago picking along on YouTube. All right. So I kind of sneaked this in there. I know I hadn't been doing it for a while. We did one back at the end of March. I'm sorry, that was the beginning of March. Wow, it's been a little over a month. So I get it. People are trickling back in. But I will be here next week for sure. And then from then on, it'll be, I'll just kind of let you know week by week because I'm going to be out and about doing quite a bit of traveling, including the Flat Picking Guitar Weekend in Elkins, West Virginia, May 16 through 19, with my West Virginia pa, Robin Kessinger, at the Tigart Hotel there in Elkins. There is a link on my website to all the information there. And be around here in Boulder area April 18th for my Boulder album release show at E-Town Hall. Very excited about that. Got most of the players who actually played on the album. And then May 30th, Picking on the Dead at the Fox Theater. I'll be going down to Baja here at the end of the month for Baja Wondergrass. That is sold out, but you should keep in touch on the Winter Wondergrass email list and join us one of these years for sure. And what else? Music camps, Augusta Bluegrass Week in July, Rocky Grass Academy in July. I'll be going out to the Father's Day Festival at Grass Valley, teaching a couple workshops there in June. Be my big pilgrimage out to Grass Valley. Never been to that festival. Can you believe it? I'm from California, but I've never been. So I'm going to write that. And then River Wondergrass. So there's tickets available for my River Wondergrass trio with Dylan McCarthy and Zach Jackson. July 4 through 7. I know, Terry, you're signed on. I'm so glad that you're going to be joining us. And there's tickets available. So check out my website, get the link to that also, and join us on the river for River Wondergrass. And otherwise, just thanks for being here. Those are my announcements for the evening. I might think of something else. And we're going to move on to Katy Daly. And this is in the key of C, straight ahead song, learned from the Stanley Brothers. We're going to kind of pick this up a little bit on the tempo. This one can go by pretty quick, but we're gonna keep it on the mid-tempo zone. Key of C. 1 and a 1, Katy Daly. 1 and a 1 and a 5. 5 and 5 and a 5. 5 and 5 and a 1. 1 and a 1. Same thing again. Da 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 5. Da 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 1. That would be a kickoff. It's a short form, so maybe we'll take it back and forth, trade breaks when we get to the end. But that's it. Go ahead and kick us off here in the key of C on Katy Daly. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. With her old man she came from Tipperary in the pioneering days of 42. Her old man was shot in Tombstone City for the making of his gold Mountain Dew. Come on down the mountain, Katy Daly. Come on down the mountain, Katy Dew. Can't you hear us calling, Katy Daly? We want to drink your good old Mountain Dew. I got it. Wake up and pay attention, Katy Daly. I'm the judge that's gonna send the truth, I drink a little too. Come on down the mountain, Katy Daly. Come on down the mountain, Katy do. Can't you hear us calling, Katy Daly? We want to drink your good old Mountain Dew. Play. So to the jail they took poor Katy Daly, and pretty soon the gates were open wide. Angels kept the poor old Katy Daly and took her far across the Great Divide. Come on down the mountain, Katy Daly. Come on down the mountain, Katy do. Can't you hear us calling, Katy Daly? We want to drink your good old Mountain Dew. Me than you. Come on down the mountain, Katy Daly. Come on down the mountain, Katy do. Can't you hear us calling, Katy Daly? We want to drink your good old Mountain Dew. Very cool. All right. What's next? We got Shenandoah County Breakdown. A very banjo friendly, and it's a banjo tune. I try to keep the banjos included. I know I tend to attract a lot of guitar players, but I like to keep this inclusive of all the other instruments. And I encourage that. This diversity and inclusion of instruments. Okay, key of A, and we're going to increase the tempo ever so slightly. This is like a ripper, typically, or it can be, but we're going to do a mid-tempo version of it. Okay, key of A. 1 and a 4, 1 and a 5, 1 and a 4, 1 and 5 and 1, da 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 4 and 1 and a 5, 1 and a 4 and 1 and a 5 and a 1, 4 and 4 and a 1 and a 1, 4 and 4 and a 5 and a 1, 4 and 4 and a 1 and a 1, 4 and 4 and 5 and a 1. Okay? So, I'll kick it off and we'll go 3 times through. Meet you, meet you, meet you. And then give us a tag at the end. Here we go on the Shenandoah County Breakdown. Key of A. Play it one more time. Here we go. I just wanted to get one good break in there, and I finally got a solid one that last time through. So thanks for taking it around one more time for me. We still got folks out there? Cool. Kevin Gresham, Jerry Yankee Jr. Cool. Ah, I see. Jerry and Jerry Jr. Wow. Cool. All right. Got some family ties here. Kim Harris is in YouTube land. Donna Hargis is here. Very cool. Thank you, Donna. California Bluegrass buddy. All right. Let's see. A couple more songs here. Out on the Ocean. One written by Pete Kuykendall and first recorded by Red Allen. I'm sure Pete was playing banjo on that recording. I know he played with Red back in those days. Pete Kuykendall, who was, I believe he was the founder of Bluegrass Unlimited magazine, or at least was involved with it early on. Helped champion a lot of up-and-coming bands back in the day, like Hot Rise, Newgrass Revival, things like that. Anyway. Great banjo player, and wrote this song, which is a great song. And let's see. Out on the Ocean. That's about right for tempo. Okay, key of B. I'm just going to take a pause, stay hydrated here. Sometimes this thing goes by and I just talk and forget to drink water. Okay. Y'all do the same. Stay hydrated. Okay, this song goes like this. One and a one and a four and a one and a one and a one, flat 7, 5 and a one. That would be a fine kickoff. Okay, so kick us off here in the key of B, Out on the Ocean. Here we go. Ocean. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I am sailing out on the ocean, many a mile from home on the sea. And I wonder, little darling, if you ever think of me. I am just an old true lover, crawling through this world alone. And I have no one to love me. Through this life I'll always roam. I got mother called it. I can see my father pray. If I listened to my father, I would be at home today. Trying to do my best Red Allen there. Red was such a good singer. Okay, last song, Unwanted Love. And thank you all again for being here on the Mid-Tempo Jam. We'll start the fast jam at 1/4 after. So you'll have about 30 minutes to warm up for that. Take a break, stretch, get hydrated, warm up. That's what I'm going to do. And again, thank you for being involved. As always, I appreciate the donations, appreciate you being here, staying engaged, and for checking out the new album, Flat Picker. Okay, Unwanted Love in B, 1-4-5 the whole way. 1 and a 1 and a 4, 5 and 5 and a 1, 1 and a 1 and a 4, 5, 5 and a 1. Something like that. You banjo players know what to do. Here we go. Key of B, kick us off on Unwanted Love. A 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Someone that's loved and lost, someone that's known the thrill and paid the cost. Someone says they'll never take a chance on another broken heart, life's false romance. Wanted and unwanted love to share all the misery and pain of a heart that's unwanted and loved and unwilling to gamble again. I don't want to love again, I'm sure. Someone whose heart is not sincere. I don't want someone who's never known how it feels to love and be alone. Wanted and unwanted love to share all the misery and pain of a heart that's unwanted and loved and unwilling to gamble again. Play. I know there are others like me, alone, footloose, and free, yet chained to a love they'll never claim, and afraid to ever love again. Wanted and unwanted love to share all the misery and pain of a heart that's unwanted and loved and unwilling to gamble again. Me than you. Okay, thanks so much, everyone. I'll see you in about 30 minutes for the fast jam, quarter after.